Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The run inside. It's Jackson. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They'll ride him again. Swamped immediately.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
He's changing the play. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Play fake, Julian Sayin. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Might as well run him again. Turns it on at midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Julian with the play fake. Look out! They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Sayin trying to be heard above the noise. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Trying to get started. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got enough for the first down. At the 45 on his way. It's a running room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
It's inside. It's Rodgers. And he put the brakes on it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Throwing, say it. Buying time to his right. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out of the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Now here's Sayet. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on fourth down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Throws it off the RPO. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Second and long here. Using his legs, it's Rodgers. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Lined up in the gun on third down, Sayet. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Sayet throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run it on the counter. Powers through the defender. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
The Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Bush is ahead. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Let's it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quick give. It's Rodgers. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Handoff from the gun. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Smith. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's West. To the 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. It's complete to the right. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Handoff, Frazier running left. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They'll knock it down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Stockton. Finds his back in the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Here comes the heat. Buying some time. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play.
Offense facing fourth down.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Flying out to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Dogs are rolling down the field. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Stepping to the right. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Rodgers. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense...
Free up the gut. The 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Good enough for a first down.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's first and 10. 2nd and 10. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Say it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for them.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth.
Number 96, set to advance on the football.
Out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Got the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Frazier again. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Selling the fake. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And as he throws, it's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Straight ahead, it's Rodgers. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rides to the back. He'll be dropped.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Georgia using its final timeout here. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Escapes the pressure going right. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense with this possession.
I like aggressiveness. Listen, you go out and get those first downs, you salt the clock away. And when you choose to throw the football, it better be high percentage. It better be easy throws. It can't be a turnover. Now my defense has to come out, make this stop for me, and save the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Pack's got it on the screen. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Great job of spatial awareness and understanding the situation of the game, too. Down in a 2-minute situation with no timeouts, somehow, some way, you have got to get out of bounds. Really nice effort there by the receiver.
Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He tries to take the top off. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down. Down 4 late, they have to convert on fourth down to keep hope alive. Rush is on, and it's a sack. Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Coach Ryan Day told me before the game, he told me this would be the test of the year with both of these teams in the Big Ten, ranked in the top 10. They have got to crowd the line of scrimmage and get after the quarterback, see if they can affect this top 10 defense and offense at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Conditions. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davison.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Now here's Moore. Lucky to get it off.
Man, I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Moore. Out wide right, it's Davison. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Dante Moore wants to throw again. Left side is Hill. At midfield, he's got room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make myself? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
Dante Moore. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. 7-yard pickup on that one, 3rd down and 3 coming.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Here's Moore to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, in the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in, timing.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Running inside, it's Jackson. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Under pressure. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. On the run, it's Jackson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Sayin. They're all over it. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
This quarterback feels like he's spiraling a little bit right now. Of course, he threw the pick on the last drive. That last throw should have been picked up. Thanks to the defender dropping it, the offense is still on the field. And if you're this quarterback, you've got to settle yourself down. You better do it quickly.
Throwing more. Look out. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And That's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Moore from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run. And the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Tough run here. It's Jackson. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Sayin from the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go play action with Moore. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. Right back to the well. Nowhere to go.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. follows his blocks. It's Davison. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Powers inside. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on fourth down and short. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. So here they come on fourth and long, backed up after that third down penalty. Fourth down, more. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And I know that wasn't a big game, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Throwing, say it. He wants to go deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
It's crazy in college football. There's just so many defining moments in games that you can pinpoint, and that's one right there. The offense has the lead. You're trying to add to that here at the end of the first half. In a 2-minute situation, quarterback being way too aggressive, and that's a mistake, David. Taking pick 6 all the way to the house, that could really end up costing them.
And you talk about flipping a game really, really quickly. Look how bad.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
Great job on special teams, getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
And he's coming out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Say it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the catch on the right side. Oh, a lot of touchdown, Buckeyes! Roll his way into the end zone.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
Line lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Moore. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Hits inside. It's Jackson. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On the ground, it's Jackson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Quick give, it's Jackson. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Sayin to throw. Got it. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
To throw, it's Sayin. Got his man. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Going to the running game. They were all over it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They'll run it. It's Jackson. Touchdown, Ohio State. They take the lead with the 6. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dante Moore fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeye! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive comes from the 14-yard line. Moore with the play fake. Sends it downfield. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sayin. Rush right in his face. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
From the gun on 3rd down, Say it. Turns it upfield. Breaks into the end zone.